3 heats, 8 laps apiece, 7 drivers here in heat race number 1. Tyler Most, Colton Hardy. We're going to bring the field to life. Green flags in the air. We're underway. And Tyler Most will take the race lead off of turn number 2. Dennis Guile already starting to make some moves. Looks underneath Rocky Silva. Silva hangs on to that 3rd spot. Peeks his nose up underneath the 25 machine of Colton Hardy. Here comes Dennis Guile right back down on the bottom side. 3 cars battling for that 2nd spot as Tyler Most leads lap number 1. Tyler Most leads lap number 1. He pulls away as Rocky Silva and Colton Hardy go side by side. Hardy pushes up the racetrack just a smidge. That allows Silva to sneak by him. There comes Dennis Guile to the inside of the number 25 machine of Hardy. Colton Hardy, brand new car this weekend, driving for Mike Waddle. And that machine started outside row number 1. It's falling back to the 4th spot as Dennis Guile sneaks past Hardy, trying to find a little bit of that moisture down on the bottom side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. It will be Guile, though, in that 3rd spot with a strong drive into turn number 3, trying to pull up to the inside of Rocky Silva. Silva up top. Dennis Guile down low, trying to take over that 2nd spot as they race their way off of turn number 2. It will be Dennis Guile taking over the 2nd position. Dennis Guile having a strong run so far here tonight in heat race number 1 for the Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series. Started this race back in the 6th position, has moved up to 2nd as he casts the line out, trying to reel in that number 3 machine of Tyler Most as Rocky Silva and Colton Hardy battle for that 3rd spot. Hardy had a nose underneath Silva through turns 1 and 2 that last time by. Couldn't do anything with him. Silva will hang on to the position. Now here comes Colton Hardy fighting right back on the inside. Off of turn number 4 will be Rocky Silva by about half a car length. Going into turn number 1, Colton Hardy going to go top shelf this time. See if he can't work some momentum off the top groove. Does not as he puts 4 in the fluff. Rocky Silva drives by as Dennis Guile right now is starting to reel in the number 3 machine off of turn number 4. Just 4 car lengths separate those 2 drivers. Dennis Guile with another strong run down the inside. Most slips up the racetrack off of turn number 2. Dennis Guile right there at the tail tank. Dennis Guile to the inside in turn number 3. Takes the race lead. Slide job. Tyler Most going to try the crossover as they come to the white flag. Most has it. Can he lead him around one more time? Dennis Guile going to go up underneath him once again through turns 1 and 2. Most with a strong drive on turn number 2. It's going to be a drag race here in this first heat race of the night. Dennis Guile down low. Tyler Most up top. Who's going to be up at turn number 4? Most up top. He has position. It will be Most at the line. Dennis Guile in 2nd, followed by Colton Hardy, Rocky Silva, and Ryan Murphy. Green flags in the air. We're underway for heat race number 2. And it will be Kyle Shipley leading the field off of turn number 2. Ronald Webster in that 3rd spot as Joe Shepner moves up into the 4th position. Pereira right now, Dalen Pereira trying to work his way to the inside of the 51 machine of Ronald Webster. It will be Shipley leading Webster, Pereira, Shepner, and Ackley. Rounds out your top 5, but not for long as Dustin Courtney sneaks down the inside of that 49Z. The Ginger Ninja moves up to the 4th spot as Dalen Pereira and Joe Shepner roll by the 51 machine of Ronald Webster. So Dalen Pereira in that 2nd spot trying to reel in the 0G of Kyle Shipley and also hold off the 17 of Joe Shepner, who's still side by side with Webster. Shepner down the inside, Webster up top. Now here comes Dustin Corbin as Shepner sneaks by him. Shepner also going to pull the inside of Dalen Pereira, and Dustin Corbin with a strong run, trying to make it 2 for 1 off of turn number 4. He'll do just that. He sneaks by Pereira and Webster as Pereira and Webster might have made contact off of 4. Dustin Corbin, he talked to him earlier today in the pits as he takes over that 2nd spot. He said he thinks he has a bad, fast hot rod here tonight. Been working on a few things, been trying too much really in that 29X. And here is Dustin Corbin up to that 2nd spot after starting this race in 6th. But he's still trying to fight off the hard charge from Joe Shepner as they race off at turn number 2. It's Dustin Corbin by about a car length and a half. Shepner's going to drop the nose down to the inside of the 29X, who rides the cushion through turns 3 and 4. Corbin, though, hangs on to that spot and starts to pull away. Right now, though, just no match for the 0G of Kyle Shipley. Last year in this race, finished in the 2nd spot to Zach Madrid. Right now, here he is leading heat race number 2, and he has about a full straightaway length advantage over Dustin Corbin, Joe Shepner, Ronald Webster, and Dalen Pereira. That's your top 5 as they run the racetrack. One car having a little bit of a moment going into turn number 1. That's the 21J of Ryan Curley. Put 4 in the fluff, almost made contact with the outside retaining wall as the white flag flies for Kyle Shipley. Shipley leads the field off at turn number 2. One final time here in heat race number 2. Down the back straightaway he goes, holding a pretty wheel right on the top side of the racetrack off of turn 4. Checker flag in the air. Kyle Shipley will win heat race number 2. Dustin Corbin comes home in 2nd, followed by Joe Shepner, Ronald Webster, and Dalen Pereira. Rounds out your top 5. The green flags in the air. We're underway. Final heat race of the night. And it will be Josh Shipley leading the field off of turn number 2 with Patrick Crobb in second. Here comes the driver of the 25 AZ, Rick Schumann, up to that second spot. Making a big dart down the inside off of turn number 2. It will be Josh Shipley leading lap number 1, followed by Rick Schumann. That's going to be Colton Maroney in that third spot. First time for Colton Maroney to be out here at Arizona Speedway this year. So he tries to hold off the 3K of Patrick Crobb. Jason Schwader almost loses the car off of turn number 2. Gets back in the throttle. We stay clean and green. Josh Shipley, your race leader, with about a half a straightaway lead over Rick Schumann, the 25 AZ. Colton Maroney in the third spot. Fourth is Patrick Crobb. Fifth is Asa Kesterson. First time out of the season for Asa Kesterson, the number 18 car, as Colton Maroney now pulls up to the inside of the 25 AZ of Rick Schumann. Colton Maroney takes that second spot away from Schumann, holds him off turn number 4. He'll drive away from the 25 AZ. Colton Maroney, his father is Jim Maroney, a drag racer, NHRA Top Fuel Dragsters. Colton Maroney decided he wanted to do some dirt track racing, though. Here he is tracking around Arizona Speedway in that second spot, trying to reel in your race leader, Josh Shipley, in the number 2 machine. Josh Shipley, a great racer. Of course, pretty much seen his career kind of blossom since I've been out in Arizona. Mini sprint driver when I first got out here. Even spent some time in a mod light to Josh Shipley, and here he is, making his home in the ASCS Santan Ford Desert Sprint Car Series. He will lead the field off of turn number 2. The Colton Maroney in that second spot. Rick Schumann in third. Those three, they've pulled away from Patrick Crobb, who right now is trying to hold off the 18 machine of Asa Kesterson. As they go down the back straightaway, Kesterson with a little bit of a wiggle off of turn number 2 allows Crobb to pull away from him. With that wiggle from Kesterson, Jason Schwader starting to reel them in after Schwader had his issues earlier on in heat race action. White flag in the air this time for Josh Shipley. Josh Shipley comes in tonight second in points, 16 points behind his brother Kyle Shipley, who just won heat race number 2. That was his third heat race win of the season. Josh Shipley going to pick up his third heat race win of the year as well here at Arizona Speedway. He'll win heat race number 3 over Colton Maroney, Rick Schumann. And that battle for fourth rages on off of turn number 4 will be Patrick Crobb over Asa Kesterson, and Jason Schwader rounds out your field.